Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CTN Community Update. The City Council received an update this week on redevelopment plans for Port Riverwalk, and it appears construction could start as soon as late summer. Centra Homes is still interested in constructing a housing project on the site, which is on the south side of Coon Rapids Boulevard, in the area of Avocet Street and Egret Boulevard. Centra originally proposed about 110 detached townhomes, but the most recent proposal calls for 157 one-level and two-level units. Quick Trip is also interested in a 3-acre parcel on the southwest corner of Coon Rapids Boulevard and Avocet Street, but no decisions have been made. A development agreement and site plan are needed this spring. Then the approval process can begin with the Planning Commission and City Council, and construction could start in late summer or early fall. The build-out will take about 3 years to complete. The city is also working with Anoka County on potential improvements to Coon Rapids Boulevard in the Port Riverwalk area. In addition to a pedestrian bridge near Avocet Street, the city would like to see sidewalk and trail improvements, along with new ornamental lighting and landscaping. The final open house for the Hansen Boulevard grade separation project is taking place next week. It will be held Thursday, February 22nd from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. in the Coon Rapids Civic Center. It's your chance to learn about the project, which will improve safety at the Hansen Boulevard crossing by separating vehicle and rail traffic. The project is expected to get underway this spring. For the first time in more than a decade, tobacco use is on the rise among youth here in Minnesota. According to information released this week by the Minnesota Department of Health, 26.4% of high school students reported using some form of tobacco or nicotine, up from 24.6% in 2014. The increase is blamed on e-cigarettes. 1 in 5 high schoolers say they use them, a 50% increase from the last survey. The good news is youth cigarette smoking is at an all-time low, with less than 10% of high school students now smoking cigarettes. However, the latest research shows teens who try e-cigarettes are almost twice as likely to start smoking cigarettes compared to teens who don't try them. A unique traveling exhibit that educates parents about potential dangers in their child's bedroom will make another stop in Anoka County next week. The Top Secret project will be at St. Francis High School on Thursday, February 22nd from 6 to 8:30 p.m. It gives parents the opportunity to walk through a full-size mock-up of a typical teen's bedroom to try to spot dozens of everyday items that could point to drug and alcohol use, self-harm, eating disorders, bullying, and criminal or gang activity. The event also features a resource fair with representatives from area law enforcement and community agencies. District 11 has selected the principals who will lead the 2 new elementary schools that are being constructed as part of the school bond referendum. Deb Shepard, who served as principal at Rum River Elementary for the past decade, has been named principal of the new elementary school in Blaine. And Jeremy Tammy has been named principal of the new elementary school in Ramsey. Tammy has served the last 3 years as assistant principal at Ramsey Elementary, and prior to that was principal at Adams Elementary. Both start their new roles in July. The new schools are scheduled to open in the fall of 2019. Well, like a lot of teenagers, Sam Halverson is an active 14-year-old who plays sports. But he faced his toughest opponent in late January when he was involved in a skiing accident. CTN Steve Antis has the story.
Then this one comes up and out. This one's broken right up here. Comes up, just sideways.
Sam Halverson recalled the pain from the skiing accident in late January that changed his life.
My skis just got stuck, went under, and didn't come back up and fell forward. My boots didn't unclamp and both my legs broke.
Before then, Sam's life revolved around sports. In 2015, his Little League team fell 1 game short of going to Williamsport, Pennsylvania for the Little League World Series Championship. The family had traveled with the team. His dad was one of the coaches.
It was probably one of the greatest months of my life, just spending it with Sam and just the family in general and really the family of baseball.
Doctors at Twin Cities Orthopedics in Coon Rapids set his legs in 2 high casts. No other surgery was needed.
And we walked right in there and it was almost like they were waiting for us.
Word of Sam's accident traveled fast. The community reached out to the family, from care packages to meals. Someone even offered to build ramps for his wheelchair.
It was like they just came in and here we go, miss, we're gonna do this and no problem and let's just get this done for Sam.
We've been quite blessed by just the Coon Rapids community.
Well, I'm going to give you about 10 minutes.
Sam only missed a week of school before he was back in the classroom, but he got the toughest news yet from doctors last week.
They told me no baseball.
He wanted to play for the Cardinals this spring. For now, his most difficult task he faces in the wheelchair:
Showering. That's the hard part.
Sam will continue to stay off his legs for the next 2 months before he transfers to crutches and boots. It's a life lesson the entire family takes to heart.
The rewarding part for this experience has been the fact that I don't get to be his coach right now. I get to be his dad.
My favorite new word is this is temporary.
Steve Antis, CTN Community Update.
Sam's scheduled to have 4 weeks of physical therapy after the final casts come off, and if all goes well, he can resume normal activities on June 1st. The 2018 Winter Olympics are well underway, and to celebrate, the North Metro Mayors Association hosted a special event during the opening ceremonies. The event took place last Friday night at the Sticks and Stones restaurant at Fogarty Arena in Blaine, which is home to the Four Seasons Curling Club. Numerous community leaders attended, including Coon Rapids Mayor Jerry Cook. The event focused on the availability and importance of recreational facilities in the North Metro. Former Wild player and U.S. Olympian Jordan Leopold was the keynote speaker.
You see these little kids in this room here. As we sit in here tonight, we're watching TV, you see the pictures of all these Olympians. All right, all these little kids, they aspire, they dream to do what I did. In 2006, I had the honor and privilege of representing our country at the 2006 Olympic Winter Games in Italy.
Several other Olympians were also recognized during the event. In addition, Comcast presented a check for $2,500 to the Coon Rapids nonprofit Loaves and Fishes, which serves free, nutritious meals to people in need. It's not an Olympic medal, but it sure is valuable. 3 people claimed the $500 prize last weekend in the Snowflake Days medallion hunt. The medallion was found last Friday in Sand Creek Park after the 14th clue was released. The treasure was buried near the walking path on the northwest side of the concession stand. Our congratulations to Mike and Vicki Youngbauer and Aubrey Dutcher for finding the Snowflake Days medallion. Only 2 clues left, so must have been a little difficult out there. That's going to do it for us this week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again next week.